All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the final, even though in some ways you could say that campaign we just finished with the Scourge was the finale for Frozen Throne, and of course that makes sense. This, however, leaves us with a bonus campaign, which technically is the last bit of content that we're going to be doing. Again, it's a little bit more fitting to finish this with the Scourge campaign, but they set this up where you have to do the bonus campaign last. However, this is an awesome bonus campaign. There's a number of reasons why this is actually really cool, especially in hindsight, for historical purposes. For one thing, this campaign is where Blizzard was testing certain things to see how they would be received before they decided to implement them in World of Warcraft, because at this point, by the time this bonus campaign was coming out, they were already kind of in the works of actually making World of Warcraft, but they wanted to kind of test the waters on a couple of ideas they wanted to do with that game. For one thing, quests are introduced in this, which back then was something that was not very common or even heard of in MMOs. The idea of doing quests to actually level and such, back then you would just go out and kill mobs and such. And all of a sudden here comes World of Warcraft with quests. Now, I don't know definitively if it was the first one, but it was just one of those that really helped made it very popular. If there are those of you who have played EverQuest, I've never played EverQuest, but if EverQuest did these things and and you're watching this, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I would love to know that. There's a couple more reasons. One is we get introduced to some awesome characters in this campaign for the first time. We get introduced to our playable character here, Rexxar. Yeah. And he's voiced by Steve Bloom. And this is where I consider him the definitive voice for Rexxar because of this campaign here, and then they brought him back for Heroes of the Storm. It's weird that he then was not brought back for when they brought Rexxar back in World of Warcraft for Legion and BFA. It was a different voice, and I still do not know why. I don't get it. There's a few other characters we get introduced to as well. I'll point them out when we encounter them. Those characters will, of course, be characters we will get to know down the line as we play WoW. Also, this has lasting effects, even up to BFA. What happens in this campaign actually has some lasting impact up to BFA, specifically in regards to the stuff with Jaina and her father. Now, I know a lot of people hate BFA, and it's not my favorite, but I don't hate it, because there were notable good moments I keep constantly thinking of, where I was like, I liked that. There was various different points in the questing and the story that I did enjoy. I liked the story and the questing throughout Kultiris on the Alliance side, with it culminating in the scenario where we went to go save Jaina, where we could see that what happens here. Now, keep in mind, she's still dealing with what happened with Arthas. Right now, she is still blaming herself for what happened to him, and him now being on the Frozen Throne, sitting up there on that glacier. And now she's about to have even more put upon her, and more so she's going to put it on her own shoulders, even though it's not necessarily definitively her fault, but she can't help but feel that way. And we're going to see the ramifications of that and the gravity of that when we get to BFA, which is something I liked. But this is another monumental moment, because this is where the Horde finally establishes its home. This is where we, as you can see the title of the campaign, the founding of Durotar. We are going to be helping build Orgrimmar. And this right here is, I personally believe, where some players ended up choosing they were going to play Horde, because they felt the connection with the Horde, partly because of this campaign. Keep in mind, we didn't get to play the Horde and the Orcs in Frozen Throne. We only got to play them back in Reign of Chaos. But now we're going to get to play a bonus campaign where it was actually separated into 3 separate parts. This was during when DLC was really starting to become a thing. And, yeah. And of course, we can't forget Misha. I love Misha. By the way, you guys probably know I do love playing Rexxar in Heroes of the Storm. At least back when I did play Heroes of the Storm. To tame a land. In the months following the battle for Mount Hyjal, War Chief Thrall led the Horde back into the central barrens of Kalimdor. Freed at last from generations of demonic corruption, the Orcs looked forward to building a new homeland for themselves in Kalimdor. They settled in a harsh, rugged land near the Barrens' eastern shore. Thrall named the new nation Durotar, in honor of his heroic father. I personally prefer the way they depicted Durotar's end in the Warcraft movie as opposed to the actual lore, since the way he got taken out in the movie was kind of awesome because, he had his big duel with Gul'dan, and then he egged Gul'dan to finish him off to expose him, knowing he was about to get killed horribly, but he still did it anyway to expose the truth of Gul'dan to the rest of the Horde. It was kind of an awesome moment. That whole scene was just, I loved it. I'm still holding out hope that someday we may get a continuation or maybe a reboot. I've heard there may be a reboot in store for the Warcraft movies because it really would be awesome. And of course, the art that people were making of Henry Cavill because of his time playing as Geralt in the Witcher Netflix series, they were like, oh, look at Henry Cavill with white hair. You know who he looks like. And then they put him looking as if he was Death Knight Arthas. And it looked so good. And you could see him wearing a blonde wig. Now, I think I saw another fan-made trailer where people were putting Chris Hemsworth with the blonde wig since his because we've seen him with long blonde hair as Thor, and it was like, what if we put him in Alliance armor and had him like young Arthas? But I don't know. They're interesting ideas, Of course, here's the thing. One of the biggest hurdles and difficulties for, people who try to make films off of video games is sometimes there's just way too much to cover in a film, unless you are going for like a 2.5 or 3 hour film, because there's so much to cover about the story. Because see, we as gamers get to play these games where they can last, many hours, and it's really, when you think about it, sometimes it can actually be a little difficult to cram that down into a 2-hour movie. It would be amazing, but I think you'd probably have to go the route that Peter Jackson did with the Lord of the Rings films, where I'm pretty sure he left some things out. I don't know definitively because I've never read the Lord of the Rings books, but other than The Hobbit, I read it back in high school. But hey, he divided that one book into 3 films. But the idea is that you may have to leave some stuff out in order to try and get the entire story across. And if they could do Warcraft movies in the same epic, amazing fashion that Peter Jackson did Lord of the Rings, that would just make my day.
I have wandered alone for many years, little Misha. Yet sometimes even I grow weary of this endless solitude. I have watched the other races. I have seen their squabbling, their ruthlessness. Their wars do nothing but scar the land and drive the wild things to extinction. No, they cannot be trusted. Only beasts are above deceit. A battle. Come, you mongrels. Taste the steel of Mogren, Jax. Hold fast, stranger. You shall not stand alone.
Get him, Misha!
Damned cowards! Your stomach's been split open. I can do little to ease your pain.
I know. This should be a good death, if not for my failure.
Failure?
I wish to deliver a crucial report to my chieftain in the lands below. But now, I have failed him. I have lost my honor.
I will deliver your message, Old One. For the sake of honor, I will uphold your charge.
Akamagosh warrior, thank you. Seek out the city of Orgrimmar. Find War Chief Thrall. Tell him.
May the winds bear you swiftly to your ancestors, warrior. Well, Misha, it seems we'll be seeing civilization after all. Let's get moving.
Akamagash Mogren. Alright. And so we are introduced to Rexxar and Misha. He, of course, can summon Misha. And a Quillbeast. Misha has resistant skin. Okay. That is a resurrection stone. So, like I said, this campaign, they were testing out ideas because we are going to be playing Rexxar for quite a long time. So, the idea here is that, you know how when we die, we get sent to a graveyard? This is a graveyard for Rexxar, basically, where if he dies, he can get res here. And we can be able to, I believe, choose a different one as we continue on. So, let's make our way towards the gates of Orgrimmar.
On instinct.
Come, Misha. Yep, see? When your hero dies, he will automatically revive at a resurrection stone, like this one. Although there are many resurrection stones, only one can be active at any time. To activate a resurrection stone, simply approach it until the inscriptions begin to glow.
I wander alone.
Nice way to kind of introduce that idea to players. Yeah, I believe this is the longest of any of the campaigns, so we're going to be doing this for a while, playing as Rexxar and Misha. Just a heads up.
I've got the scent. I wander alone. I'm ready to...
Quillbeast out here to help.
I'm acting on instinct. Our paths converge. I'm acting on instinct.
Get back here.
By fang and claw. I wander
Ooh,
alone.
hello. There we go, get
On
some
the
gauntlets.
I've got the scent.
You've got the look of an ogre, half-breed. What's your business here?
I carry a message for your war chief. I'll not stay long. Our paths converge. I'm acting on instinct.
Notice the exclamation point on his head?
A warrior city. I have not seen its like in many years. Stay close to me, Misha.
Shore up those supports. When the razor winds kick up again, they'll tear those roofs right off. Yes, War Chief.
A moment, War Chief. I come to deliver a message.
How did you come by this report? Where is Mogren?
He fell in the wilds. His last wish was that you receive this message.
Who are you, warrior?
I am Rexxar, last son of the Mok'Nathal.
Mok'Nathal. I've heard tales of your people. They had both orc and ogre blood in their veins. It is an honor. We've built this kingdom, Durotar, for all of our kind. Durotar is as much your home as it is mine, Rexxar. Stay a while. Accept what hospitality we can offer. It is the least we can do.
Perhaps I have spent too long in the wilds. Your offer is kind, Thrall, but I must carry my own weight. Just show me what needs doing and I'll earn my keep.
I understand. Founding a nation is tiresome work, and there are many around here that could use your help. Simply talk to them, and they will point you in the right direction. This is Rokan of the Dark Spear tribe.
Rokan!
He is one of my best scouts.
How you doing, man?
How you doing, man? Good to see ya. You guys know Rokan, right? You should.
I got the righteous groove.
Yeah.
Flush them out.
But anyway, you noticed Thrall had the exclamation point on his head earlier, right? Like I said, this was when the idea of quests popped up. You see, you can even see it here on this guy right here. Some guy named Rexxar. I wonder who that is. Anyways, yeah, this was the beginning of the idea of what they were testing out. This was basically the
I wander alone.
what would you call it? The pre-version of what would become World of Warcraft.
Our path.
Alright, let's go around and pick up some of these quests here. Who's this guy over here?
On the prowl.
And some strange robot. What is that? Our favorite goblin.
Ah, new guy, huh? I'm Gazlo, chief engineer around these parts. But enough about me. We got work to do, buddy. You see, me and my boys have been dredging out tunnels beneath the city, looking for underground wells. Problem is, we dug straight into a den of kobolds. Now those rat freaks are running willy-nilly all over our tunnels. I need you to hook up with my boys and seal those kobolds back in their hole. Yeah, just find the tunnel entrance outside of town, and my boys will set you straight.
I love Gazlo. And I love that he's got the mech that he used in Heroes of the Storm. Now, just to clarify, Gazlo is here because he's a merc. He's not here as part of the Horde. The goblins are not part of the Horde. They don't actually join the Horde until Cataclysm. They are here simply hired to, well, help build Orgrimmar because they're goblins. They can do that. You know, they're good at it.
Got the scent.
But some people think, oh, clearly that means, oh, by the way, yeah, a stash to store excess stuff. Because, yeah. So we'll be able to actually stash some stuff. I love it.
Unleash my strength.
You can see all the little pieces they were putting in place here, testing out the war, see how people would receive this.
Greetings, warrior.
Nazgrel!
Captain of the War Chief's security force. We've been having problems with the indigenous creatures attacking our borders. Perhaps you can help. The harpies of the northern foothills have been ransacking our supply caravans for weeks. If you can find their lair and put an end to their rampage, I'll see to it that you're rewarded.
So, Nazgrel, well, we'll see him in Burning Crusade. And last but not least, Drekthar. Such a relevant character. And no, I'm not necessarily just talking about the PvP stuff in WoW.
Ah, you're one of the Mok'Nathal. I am Drekthar. I fought alongside your elders on Draenor many years ago. Still, if you've come to help, I do have a simple task for you. I've been concocting a special potion that will aid our warriors in battle. However, I'm missing a key ingredient. I require shimmerweed, but the rare herb can only be found in the valley known as Thunder Ridge. Normally, I would gather the herbs myself, but the thunder lizards for whom the valley is named have become increasingly hostile of late. If you retrieve 6 bushels for me, I will reward you handsomely.
So, obviously, people know Rexxar from, you know, the big epic battleground from WoW. You know the one. But what I know Rexxar for, and if you're one of those who has checked out some of the books, Rexxar had a very pivotal moment with Thrall. Rexxar is one of the reasons why Thrall was able to discover how good of a actual shaman he is. Hold on a second. So he's got Healing Wave, and he can get either Hex or Serpent Ward. Let's get Serpent Ward. More healing. At least that's what it used to do. Does it not do that anymore? Oh, it attacks. Okay. And magic immune. Okay, never mind, because he's got Healing Wave. Never mind. So, in the book, Lord of the Clans, 2 very important things happened to Thrall after he escaped Durnhold Keep in order to be able to discover things about his people and himself. One was finding Grom. That's where he learned things about his people, while he was with Grom and the Warsong clan. The other was when he found the remaining Frostwolf clan and met Rexxar. That was a very important moment for him. And during his time with Rexxar, he learned about the history of shamanism with the Orc people and Rexxar's own personal issues that he had, where at one point he actually abused his agreement with the elements, and they basically stopped working with him. But he encouraged Thrall and helped Thrall to actually see if he would be able to do so. And during this time with Rexxar, that's when Thrall learned and discovered about his capabilities to actually be a great shaman. So it's one of my favorite moments in that book, because it was just like, oh my gosh, you know?
What lies before me?
Right. I could actually get Voodoo Lounge.
Unleash my strength.
Permanently increase agility, intelligence, strength. Requires a lot of gold, though. Yeah, sounds like vanilla WoW. Oh, you want to get these skills or upgrade them? Gonna have to spend lots of gold.
Time is short, warrior. You must destroy the Harpies before they attack another caravan.
Alright, so now we have destinations here of what to do. Go take out the Harpies, go to this area to deal with the Thunder Lizards, or go help out the Goblins. Let's see how it goes heading up here.
I'm acting on instinct.
Let's just kind of head out and start clearing out anything in the way. Like centaurs and such. And of course, Misha will lead the charge because she's a tank. And now we've got Rokan with us to do some DPS. In fact, let's get the Quill Beast out. Get an even bigger party up here. Hold on.
Our paths converge. I'm acting on instinct.
Look at Misha go! Go, Misha! Misha's ignoring the Harpies because she can't attack them. Oh, that's funny. Poor Misha! No! We're under attack! Run, Misha, run!
Sweet. You bet.
Let's drop that there. Let's give Misha a bit of a heal.
My quarry nears. I wander alone.
I just realized we didn't grab the coins down here, did we? Nope.
Our paths converge. I've got the scent. I've got the scent.
Ooh.
On the prowl.
Let's go do a bit of exploring, shall we? Okay, never mind.
Our paths converge.
Let's just go here first.
I'm acting on instinct.
Misha's not going to have anything to do in this fight.
Sweet.
I got heals for you, Misha. Not too far, Misha, not too far.
I'm ready to track. Unleash my strength. I wander alone.
Let's put that down there.
Sweet.
Rexxar level. Stormbolt. Sure, let's do that.
Our paths converge. Flush them out.
It was foolish of you to come here. We are not afraid of you orcs. We won't let you chase us out of our lands.
I never intended to chase you out. I intend to bury you here. I've got the scent.
There we go.
Our paths converge. On the prowl. I've got the scent.
Das Dingo.
Unleash my strength.
Good job standing guard, Misha.
What lies before
Alright,
me?
and now we return to Nazgrel. Though he should have a question mark on his head now, but whatever. I feel like we should explore this area of the map for some reason. I'm not sure why. But maybe we can just kind of clear up the map a bit. Just saying.
Ah, the caravans are safe at last. You've done well, warrior. The Horde owes you a great debt. Go to the armory down the way and tell them I sent you. They'll give you a choice of exotic items.
I'm acting on instinct.
To the armory. Something I can equip. Ooh, a quest reward. Oh, okay. Let's go with this one. There we go.
I'm ready to track.
Wow. 7,500
Flush
gold.
them out. I wander alone.
So now we should take less damage from ranged attacks.
My quarry nears.
I imagine this is what a lot of people envisioned for a beast master hunter. Just Rexxar being able to have like multiple animals fighting alongside him. That's what I've always wanted.
I wander alone.
Hey, Rokan leveled. Let's go ahead and grab Hex.
I'm ready to track. I'm
Let's head up
acting
this
on
way.
instinct. On the prowl.
Murlocs.
We're under attack!
Our paths converge.
No, we're fine.
I've got the scent. I've got the
We're
scent.
under attack!
This resurrection star here. There we go.
Mangy cur. On the prowl. I'm acting on instinct.
Oh my goodness, Wildkin!
Unleash my strength.
There we go.
You be tricksy. You be tricksy.
You'll be tricksy. I can have multiple of these up. Love it, love it, love it.
As dingo. Sweet.
Got a health stone. Woohoo!
Our paths converge. What lies before me? On the prowl.
Poor Misha. It's alright, she's back.
I'm ready to track.
Hey. Ooh, and now I can buff Misha.
Our paths converge.
So now she's got more health and can, I believe, hit harder. And has the dash ability.
I've got the scent. My quarry nears. I'm acting on instinct. I feel what lies before me. I wander alone. I'm acting on instinct.
Whoa, a phoenix.
On the prowl.
Multiple phoenixes. Oh boy. Poor Misha. She just can't do a thing.
Unleash my strength.
Okay, maybe they should run.
Converge. I wander alone.
Use the Hellstone and heal. Let's go, man. Let's go.
I've got the scent.
Don't have enough mana to resummon Misha yet.
I've got the scent.
Let's go
Our paths
to look around this
converge.
way.
I'm acting on instinct.
Are those more Murlocs I spy?
I wander alone.
Let's head back down to the fountain here, get some mana.
Prowl.
Since both Rokan and Rexxar are very low on that.
I'm acting on instinct. What lies before me? Our paths converge. On the prowl.
Oh, hello there.
I wander alone.
Ah, greetings, my friend. I am Chen Stormstout,
Chen!
brewmaster of Pandaria. I have traveled the wide world, searching for rare, exotic ingredients to use in my special brews. After all, good ale can solve all the problems of this world. Don't you agree? Say, if you're free, I could use your help in locating some special ingredients for my latest brew. If you find the items on this list and bring them back to me, I'll let you sample my masterpiece.
So there you go, guys. Anyone who thinks they came up with the idea of Miss Pandaria from Kung Fu Panda, this, I have constantly pointed out, disproves that. Chen was here in Warcraft 3, even mentioning their Pandaria. He says it here, Pandaria. Now, what's funny is no one questions what that is. Like, Rokan doesn't go, where? I never heard of that place, man. But, anyways.
Flush
Yeah,
them
we can
out.
do this now. And be able to actually acquire him as a party member. Which, of course, we're gonna do. Let's head on. Let's start collecting those ingredients, shall we?
We're under attack!
Misha was put to sleep.
Unleash my strength. On the prowl. I wander alone.
We're under attack!
Uh-oh. So now she has Bash. But
My quarry nears.
quick, help Misha. She's about to die.
We're under attack!
No, Misha.
I'm ready to track.
Das Dingo.
Let me heal you up there, Misha.
You be tricksy.
My quarry nears.
I mean, fortunately, even if she dies, I can just resummon her very quickly. It does cost some mana, but it is a thing I can do. Gotta get the School Beast out, though, because he's actually able to attack air units.
We're under attack!
Oh, hold on.
Scent. Flush them out.
Here we go. Good job, Rokan.
I'm ready to track.
Abby Jaman. Das Dingo.
Unleash my strength.
Hey,
I'm acting on instinct.
Listen, stranger. For my time is short. We shaman were attacked by a band of renegade warlocks. Our own kin, still loyal to the Burning Legion. The warlocks stole one of our sacred artifacts, then fled back into the hills. No doubt they have a secret coven nearby. Avenge the ghosts of my murdered brethren, and recover the stolen artifact. There's no telling what evil they might unleash with its power.
Okay.
You be tricksy. I feel you, man. Sweet. Das Dingo.
I would like to get Chen before we do that, but...
You be tricksy.
Okay, so what is it that Chen needs? Keg of Thunderwater, Thunderbloom Bulb, Thunder Phoenix Egg. Ah, there's the Keg of Thunderbrew. Okay then.
Quarry nears.
So now let's head back up there. It's going to require a bit of running around. But hey, we'll then get Chen in our party, so... worth it. Misha's just going to go ahead and charge ahead and scout. Hello. Don't mind us. Now what's interesting is right now you see a lot of orcs, not many trolls.
Our paths converge.
Can't get through here. Alright,
On the
let's just go
prowl.
back here. Back this way.
I'm acting on instinct.
By the way, I can already tell definitively how much easier this is on story mode compared to how it used to be back on the normal mode in the original version. But I'm fine with that because that's what I wanted. For those of us who are just simply playing this trying to, you know, experience or showcase the story, sometimes we want it to be a little easier. Okay, now let's head over here.
Our paths converge.
More Murlocs.
Unleash my strength.
I feel you, man.
I'm ready to track. I wander alone. I've got the scent. I'm acting on instinct. On the prowl. I wander alone. Our paths
Okay.
converge. I've got the scent.
Now over here. Misha is very slowly healing. As we level Misha, she will get more health, more damage, and we'll get Maul. The Quill Beast will get Frenzy and do more AoE damage. Later we'll get Stampede.
We're under attack!
Which, of course, is an ability that hunters have.
Sweet.
What lies before me?
Now, what was that over here? Oh, more gold.
I'm acting
more
on instinct.
gold.
I wander alone.
More wildkin. Hey, Rexxar level. Oh, you can just... So, this is something extra. You can add 3 points to all your stats. Yeah, let's upgrade the Quill Beast.
Flush them out.
But if you're going to keep leveling, it's a great way to kind of like... It's almost like the system they have in Diablo, the Paragon points, where once you've reached max level, it's like, okay, now you can just use or gain Paragon points and just use that to just keep buffing your stats. Excuse me. Thank you.
Our
I can talk.
converge.
We're under attack!
I've got the scent. Flush them out.
You be tricksy. Sweet.
Uh-oh, those phoenixes. Oh, that's a lot of them, and they hurt.
We're under attack!
I feel your mind. Unleash my strength. What lies before me?
Let's buff that thing.
I feel
Let's get some more mana.
You be tricksy.
I'm
go.
ready to track.
Let's get Misha back out here.
Flush them out.
Yep, more phoenixes.
I feel
Run, Misha.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Lies before me.
Thunder Phoenix egg.
Paths converge.
There's the
I'm
question
ready to
mark.
track.
Right there on the minimap. Alright, let's go get
I
Chen.
wander alone. I'm acting on instinct.
We're under
On the
attack!
prowl. Unleash my strength.
Das Bingo.
My glory years. I've got the scent. I wander alone.
Like, how did I not pick that up before?
Our paths converge.
Oh. There's some Murlocs.
You
bit tricksy. My quarry nears. On the prowl.
Chen, we got what you need for your brew.
Perfect. Perfect! These are just what I needed. Here, try a sample of my latest creation.
What the hell is that stuff? Are you trying to kill me?
Ah, perhaps it needs some refinement. After all, we must learn to crawl before we can run. Don't you agree? Well, now that my brew is complete, I can experience more of this strange, rugged land. Would you mind if I tagged along with you, warrior?
Not at all, Chen. But my path is a perilous one.
Ah, my friend. I found that no path is too perilous when doused with strong drink. Off we go.
And so Chen joins our party. So he's got Keg of Ale, which increases health and his mana regen. He's got Shimmer Glaze Roast, which heals him when eaten. And a Scroll of Town Portal. Yeah, a la Diablo. So he's got Breath of Fire, because of course he does, because he's a brewmaster. He's got Drunken Haze, drenches enemy units in alcohol, causing their movement speed to be reduced. He's got Drunken Brawler, gives a % chance to avoid attacks and % chance to deal additional damage. And Storm, Earth, and Fire. We're going to go with Drunken Brawler for now.
Unleash my
Bronze
strength.
Drinks over here. Well, Stormu, what are you up to? Yeah, Chen can't, he can't attack those.
I'm ready to track.
So, anyways, let's have our party head back to Orgrimmar. Just to kind of rest and recuperate, and then we will go help out Gazlo and Rexxar. Stay tuned.
We're under attack!